Hey guys, Bushcraft Rebel here. I wanted to touch base on a subject that's important. Just repositioning all my stuff here. So, you've gone out, you spent your money on a knife, and whether it is, a lock blade, you went out and bought a bushcraft, what you're going to use for a bushcraft knife, which this is my personal bushcraft knife. This is the one I use, which I made. So, I mean, no matter what you're going to really do, proper knife maintenance is extremely important, and there's things you need to think about when it comes to taking care of your knife. Okay? Now, if you have a stainless steel knife, stainless steel knives are hard to rust. That does not mean they will not rust, but they are hard to rust. So, when you have your knife, you're out in the field, you're working, you're doing this, you're doing that. Now, of course, hold on a minute. So, sorry about that interruption. So, properly taking care of your knife is extremely important because your knife, depending on what situation you are in, your knife can be your lifeline. For the guy who spends his time out in the field and does a lot of camping and stuff like that, their knife is their tool. They process firewood with it, they make feather sticks, they carve, they prepare food with it. The first thing I want to go over is a dull knife is a very dangerous knife. And I know what you're thinking, that doesn't make any sense. In the fact that you would cut yourself, a dull knife is going to rip. It's going to tear. A sharp knife is going to make a clean cut. Now, the clean cut is easier to close up. Dull knife is, get cut with a dull knife, it's going to be more of a jagged edge. There's going to be more damage. Clean cut is just a clean, right to the bone. Which sucks, I can tell you 100%, been there, done that several times. So, my first part I'm going to go on is sharpening. Now, there's a ton of different stuff you can go out and buy. You can pick up these here. Get the brand for you. And there's no real wrong sharpener. You'll meet guys out there who are going to tell you, I only use Smith 9765543. No, there's no wrong sharpener. The sharpener works for you, it works for you. These are relatively idiot-proof. They're beginners. I will tell you that if you have one of these and they have an arrow on them, that's the way you're supposed to drag the blade. If you go backwards, it will mess the sharpener up. So we've got that one. Smiths, they make a lot of different kinds. But they're very easily to work with and use. All you do is put your knife in there and drag through. That's it. That's great. These are all, you can pick up all of these at Walmart. This one is one that we have for the house. We do scissors and the kitchen knives and stuff like that. It's also a Smithton. A lot of stuff I have is Smithton. Smith. It just sounds funny. Let's put that over there. It's big and bulky. The next thing I like to use, and you're going to see that I use it a lot when I show it to you, is, let's not drop it, my stone. Now, as you can see, my stone is wore down very, very much. Now, using a stone is a little more technical, I guess I'm going to say. Not really. But the problem with the stone is you've got to get your knife at the right angle. Now, I'm not going to go into that part. We're just discussing different ways of sharpening your knife. And what I like about the stones is when you wear this side out, flip over, this one is it's in between being a coarse and smooth, and it does a really nice job. Now, you'll see people do this very many ways when they sharpen with these. Some people will put some oil on them. You'll watch other people just spit on them. So I just want to bring that to your attention. Now, that's the big bulky one, which is hard to carry around. The smaller ones are nice. This one I like using for hatchets. It's got a real rough side, real coarse side. And I'm going to pretend my knife's a hatchet because I don't have one with me. And like when I use it on a hatchet, I got the dropsies today, something fierce. Hold it like this. We're going to use the coarse side. And the way I do a hatchet is I get the right angle and I do circles. I'm not going to do that too much because this is not a hatchet. My personal favorite one to carry around with me when I'm out and about is this one here. It's one of the diamond blades. These things are awesome. Just no real necessary of anything. You can just do your knife real quick with them. And it puts an edge that is just monstrous. Like, it puts a great edge. Can you see that okay? Once again, you can get these at Walmart, any kind of outdoor store, anything like that. So those are kind of the ones I use. I don't have any of the electric ones to sharpen a knife with or anything like that. But just make sure you have a decent sharpener, one that you're comfortable using. Our next quick fact that we're going to go to, we're going to move all this off the table now. And knife maintenance. If you get your knife all wet and nasty and throw it in its sheath, and just throw it in there and who cares about it? That knife's going to be rusty when you get it back out. Now, when it comes to using an oil for your knife, keep in mind what you're doing with this knife. If you are preparing food with this knife, do not put a motor oil or 10W40 or anything like that on your blade, because remember, you're going to be using this blade to process food. The oil will get into your food. If you're going to be using the knife for food prep, Pam, olive oil, a type of oil that you would use when you're cooking. Now, when you do that, keep in mind, some oils will turn rancid in time. So that doesn't mean I'm gonna smother Pam all over my knife and then gonna put it in its sheath and I'll use it 6 months from now when I go camping. That's not gonna happen. Your knife is gonna get rancid because the oil on it is rancid. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I'm gonna try to start doing more small videos. We're trying to boost our channel. So please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bushcraft Rebel out. There you go, guys. Handmade.